Here in Quakertown, our model varies between the different levels. K to 5, we utilize and pay for K-12 curriculum. We have an agreement with a neighboring school district, and we actually use their teachers for our K to 5 model. All of our K to 5 students are full-time at-home students. This past year, we had about 20 of those. At the middle level, we have students in grades 6 through 8. We do have a variety of full-time students there, but we really prefer kind of the hybrid model for the middle level. We have 2 devoted middle school teachers for our cyber classes. They do teach all of our cyber classes, but we also have a cyber area or a cyber lounge or lab, as you might call it, where students in a face-to-face environment can go down there to take their cyber courses. What that enables us to do is any student in the building that wants to sign up for a cyber course has a location to go. There's an adult in the room. Those adults teach the course. Full-time students that are full-time at home report to those teachers as well. We want to have a complete versatility for both middle school and high school, so we do have students that are full-time, technical full-time cyber students for the middle level that actually come in maybe one day a week, one day every other week, kind of as a check-in period. Because it's middle school, we want to keep that close connection and not fully cut them loose. We do have the opportunity, as long as a student's doing well, to be full-time at home and never steps foot on the school grounds, but we do encourage them to come in from time to time, sit down face-to-face with the teacher. At high school, our goal and what we've worked on nationally is ultimately complete versatility in a public school setting, as we call it. So at the high school level, we have full-time stay-at-home students that never come on the school grounds. We have students that will actually come in 1 or 2 periods a day for 1 or 2 face-to-face courses. Maybe it's their courses that they'd rather be in a face-to-face environment, or courses they don't feel as strong and they're not as independent. So they might come on campus for 1 or 2 periods and then go home and do the rest in a cyber environment. Students that'll go to a tech school and then go to the rest in a cyber environment. We also have a cyber lab or lounge at our high school as well, where students can actually come into the school, stay all day at the school, and still be a full-time cyber student. Now, I'm not going to tell you that's common, but we have it set up and structured as such, so there's kind of a safe place they can go with an adult that's there. That also gives us an area where students during the day, from a scheduling standpoint, it really doesn't matter if a cyber period is scheduled first period or fifth period or last period, because they have a location in the building that they can go to work on those courses. So really complete versatility is what we want. So we're trying to meet the needs of kids in any way that we want, whether it's they want to take one course and we're working with the Blended Schools Language Institute for something like Japanese, or maybe it's something that it's our own cyber courses, maybe it's 1 course, maybe it's 5 courses. We really want to work and do whatever we need to meet kids' needs.
The model for our online learning program at Titusville it varies, and I guess the way I always describe how our virtual academy functions is we deal with custom enrollments. And when I say that, I mean we will design whatever program the student needs or the parent is looking for their child. So that encompasses many, many things. We have students that are fully online with us. We have students who do what we call a blended schedule. They come to school for 3 or 4 periods of the day because they really want to do the hands-on electives that our high school offers, and then they sign out at the office and they go home to do their core classes online. We have students to do that. We have students who blend their online learning with their VOTEC experience. So they will do their core classes online, and they will come to the high school and sign in and physically ride the VOTEC bus to our VOTEC school so that they can continue that type of a program. We have some students who, they're a blended schedule also, but they might do all of their classes in school except for 2, and they go online for 2 electives. So that's like a blended schedule that is really skewed one direction. It's venturing its way out into all areas of our educational program. You know, it's making its way into homebound instruction. More and more of our homebound instruction is done online because our teachers are using Blackboard to place their assignments on, even for their face-to-face classes. So what our teachers are doing in the face-to-face classroom is supporting not only our online program, but our homebound program, and just any individual situation that we may have not been able to service a student quite as well through an educational program. We are now better able to service students, which is also part of what my job description is, Director of Student Services. So that's all part of getting the student the custom enrollment or whatever service that they need in order to complete their high school diploma while they're still overcoming whatever educational barrier there might be for them.
I would describe our online and blended learning model as student-driven, whereas we have a number of students taking, like I had mentioned before, we have a number of students taking a full online schedule, but also we have some variation in our blended schedules. We would have what I think some would consider an a la carte blended model, whereas we have a number of students taking one or more courses fully online just to supplement their regular schedule. And that could be because they may have not been able to get that particular course in their schedule, in their traditional schedule, or we have a number of students that are out on school to work, where they might come in for a half a day and then they take the remainder of their schedule online at home at night. And we also have some students that have some either medical or mental health needs that for whatever reason they can't participate in a full day in the brick and mortar setting, so they might come in for a period of the day, a couple periods of the day, and then go home and take one or more courses online. So that is part of what's going on in our blended model. The other part, which we piloted this year, I guess it might be considered a flex model. We have 5 courses in our regular schedule at the high school level that are online courses, but they're taught in the regular schedule. So to describe this to you, our students would enroll in these courses in their regular, they're listed in the curriculum guide as Blackboard courses. So these are courses that our teachers have put their own content into Blackboard, and the goal of this part of our blended program was to give students exposure to online learning, but have our teachers right there available to them to help them through the technology barriers that sometimes exist. Like I said, last year we had 5 courses that were taught that way, and approximately 80 students enrolled in those last year, and this year we're hoping to have 6 courses in that, following that model.
So our current online instructional model is really it's evolving through the years, right? And what we're trying to do here is really promote the blended learning solutions. We will offer full online to students when we have to or when the need arises. We really want to keep students in the buildings. So we're trying to promote blended learning. We're trying to raise capacity not only for students and understanding online learning, because we know how valuable that is across industry and career and college and all of those things, but we're also trying to raise capacity for the entire staff, from support staff to teachers to administrators. We're leveraging online learning to bring everybody up to a level of digital literacy that's going to allow the district to perform into the hopefully far into the future. We're leveraging some models that are unique to us. Well, maybe not unique to us, but things that we've tried on our own. Cyber centers are one thing. At our high school, we have a cyber center that's supporting the blended model. We have office hours with our teachers who are teaching the online courses so they can meet with the kids during the day. And we're using a lot of online PD for our administrative teams as well. So if I had one simple statement, the idea here is to blend the learning across the entire learning community to raise capacity for all the entire learning community.